I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
Hey, little buddy was sick to all his bands. Bitch, I done got rich, yeah, with no advance.
Why are there so many women today who say they don't need a man?
I mean, because if they want to go 50-50 on things, I just don't need them.
Because there's a lot of bum-ass men out in the world who don't do enough so us women can supply for ourselves now.
Because they're feminists and they like to be feminists.
If a man has friends, doesn't want kids, hires a maid and hires a prostitute, why would a man need a woman?
I don't know how to answer this question.
Because of human connection, of meaningful connection, to correct myself. Just, there's nothing that replaces the authenticity of a partnership.
Men need women in a sense because, you know, I don't know, like, they need our love. You know what I mean?
True. You can't really get true intimacy with a prostitute. You can bust a nut, but that's about it.
Modern women are all about feeling right and superior to men. But guess what? This is nothing but an ego boost. No man really wants to deal with these chicks. Those who do are only pussy chasers, nothing more. The info is out there for everyone to see, but it looks like modern women have the power to break the rules. Let me explain. Are most engineers men? That's because of the evil patriarchy. Are most electricians men? Same thing. And are most business owners men? Yes, you guessed it. It's all the patriarchy's fault. Women want that success for reasons yet to be determined, but it's mostly for the sake of competing against men. Check this out.
What's up, my guys? We're switching it up today and calling out the red flags in women. Here are the types of women to not date. The independent woman. Controversial, yes, but hear me out. Independence is fine, but I think some independent women seek independence out of spite. Spite of men, that is. If their goal of independence is to completely beat out the men in the race, that's where they become a toxic partner. Men and women are supposed to complement each other. If a woman can accept that a man should be better at her than some things, this is bound to fail. The insecure woman. I get it. We've all been insecure at some point in our lives, but this woman is dangerous. She's at a weak point in her life, and I feel for her. But unfortunately, she's going to accept validation wherever she can find it. This will probably lead her to some poor decision making and some deep emotional ties to men that aren't you. She's bound to find security in herself someday, but by the time she does, she'll realize you weren't her soulmate, you were only her crutch.
All that money might get her tons of things she doesn't really need, but what about a man and his sperm? She better get a donor ASAP. In today's video, we're delving into why strong and independent women are insufferable and surely why any smart man should avoid them at all costs. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Eskimo Spy 77. He said, "Once you realize that the only reason you are in the friend zone at all is because you allow it, you realize that you are not respecting yourself. Then you change." Well said, some solid words of wisdom right there. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity. To start off this video, let's go through a Reddit post that shows how frustrated a woman is with her dating life. You know, she's complaining that she did everything right, so she shouldn't deserve these types of results. Nah, you reap what you sow, and she better deal with the consequences. I quote, "Spoiler, men don't actually like strong independent women. Yeah, I get some may completely disagree with me, but I feel like I, 35 female, intimidate men just being myself." This is amazing. Again, all the info is out there, but does she still think that she intimidates men? She might even do the moral gymnastics to justify why she's special and or an exception. But sorry, shorty, you ain't none of that. Modern women love feeling special, that's for sure. But it's just that, a feeling, not a fact. The fact is that if she leaves no room for men to fulfill their masculine role, no man will come into her life. This is what feminism has turned women into. They've become men under female skin. So these women might have all the female physical attributes, but mentally, they're go-getters, corporate pawns, and useful tools of the system. All while obeying a male boss who doesn't care about them at all, for sure. But you know what? Saying that they're like men is nothing short of a simplistic statement. These women are even worse. A man might be combative, exercise authority, and all that stuff, but a woman who does all that is a nightmare. She'll act like a kid when she doesn't get what she wants. In fact, it's better to make them feel good than to tell them the truth. So it's like, oh yeah, your emotions and opinions are so important. Now, get the fuck out of my way.
Are men unattracted to independent women?
No, men are unattracted to when women make being an independent woman their personality. Because in reality, the only thing these independent women are doing are being adults. Yes, you pay your own bills. Yes, you work. Yes, you hustle. Yes, you grind. But that's what you're supposed to do when you're an adult and you're by yourself. Well, not even by yourself. That's what you're supposed to do when you're an adult. But now you guys want to walk around, oh, I'm a girl. I'm over here working. I get my own money. I don't need no man. Then all right, be by yourself. Then that's fine. Y'all getting into y'all money, y'all being hustlers does not scare men. But when you come off cocky, when you come off arrogant, nobody wants to be around that. And the crazy part is, women fought back then for y'all to be in the workforce. The feminist movement was for equal rights back then. But now y'all have changed it and think, oh, you should have a crown on your head because you're just being an adult.
Let's keep on reading. I grew up fast and young, so I'm pretty self-sufficient. I'm told I'm very attractive, and I feel like in some ways this preludes men to the idea that I'm some damsel in distress. But I'm not. I just installed a new dishwasher, replaced a flanged connection, fixed my dryer, and repaired a GFCI receptacle. I'm a single mom, so I have a house to take care of, so I learn where I can. So, single mom, strong and independent woman, has a job, etc. I mean, being able to fix stuff around the house is useful, don't get me wrong. But can't she tell that 99.9% of men are not into single moms? Sure, some guys are more than happy to be a disgrace to their bloodlines by raising another man's kids, but most men want to have their own children. Nothing personal, it's not ideology, it's biology. Let's call a spade a spade. Also, what does she mean by a damsel in distress? Does she really think that men these days play Captain Save-A-Ho? Again, more often than not, men who made this huge mistake learned the hard way why saving women from their demons is not good. Like, if a chick wants a guy who's gone to therapy, isn't controlling, and has emotional intelligence, she better offer all those traits in the first place. Look, men don't feel bad about a fair exchange of value. In fact, when they come across a cooperative, proactive woman who looks good and has no baggage, they're the first to get ecstatic. But, sadly, that's rather the exception. The rule is that most women out there want you to accept them as they are, but they'll never accept your flaws. So, if you make $90K a year, no, you better make 100. And if you make that, hey, that man right there makes $1 million and goes to Dubai all the time. They shift the goalposts all the time and make no concessions at all. Therefore, men have almost a moral obligation to exercise their own boundaries. At the end of the day, you don't spend your young years working a lot to get a woman like the one saying all these things, as if her red flags were not a problem.
Men don't have a problem with independent women at all. They have a problem with the ideology that these independent women have now adopted. So now they've adopted the I don't need the man. They've adopted this whole I can stand up against a man, when I think that is really just a defense mechanism for, you know, the history of what men has done. And I'm not saying that it's right. It's wrong, but that's not the way to go about it. So now instead of incorporating men, right, they're now pushing them away. And I think that's the problem that men have. Like, I think every man would be like, yo, my wife makes $1 million, I'm cool. And even if I make 100,000, even if I make 50,000, my wife makes $1 million, we are set. I don't think they have a problem with that. I think they have a problem with, like you said, when they now see you as less than.
So you can date a woman that makes $1 million and you only making 50,000?
Of course. Hell yeah. Leverage her money too. Yeah, this would be a great. This is. I
don't think a lot of men can.
Let's keep on reading. I don't need a man, but I want one in my life. Yeah, classic. You don't need, but you want it so bad. But for what? Ah, yes, to get a walking ATM. For some reason, this just isn't enough for men. They can't handle me being the breadwinner and changing my own oil. I feel like it's ingrained in them, and that's their job to provide. I don't need any of that. I need kisses on my forehead and endless conversation and humor. Ah, poor girl. She wants some company. And where's the baby daddy? Was he also an abuser and manipulator, so she divorced him and ripped him off? I don't know. I'm just speculating, or maybe I'm just telling the truth. Many men don't want a boss babe who promotes herself as not needing a man. That right there is not a red flag, it's a Chinese Communist Party parade. Imagine you go on a date with this woman, and instead of being feminine and letting you take the lead, she's just unhappy about everything you suggest. You suggest Indian food, but she's not happy. You suggest Chinese, and she ain't happy either. Insert any cuisine for that matter, and she'll still say she doesn't like it. But when you ask her what she wants, it's always, I don't know. And then you starve. No, I'm kidding, but you know how it goes. It's all a battle, a debate, a waste of your precious time. She's clear that she wants a man, but she's not clear about what she wants to eat. Like, that order of priorities is quite off. But hey, to each their own. No wonder why men don't want her. She's a challenge, but not a rewarding one. All you might get from dealing with a woman like that might be sex, but no smart man is willing to jump through hoops to get sex from a single mom who brags about not needing him. Let's finish reading. This was a reoccurring problem with my ex-husband as well. At first, I would ask him to do little things I could do myself, but when you grow up with a silver spoon in your mouth, fixing something means calling daddy. I've never had that luxury, and I'd rather just do it myself than have his 68-year-old father inconvenienced. Wow, you take care of your dad. You go, girl. You're really special. Come on. Any decent human being takes care of his parents, but no one in this society but the brave men say that decent women become assets to men and not liabilities. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Everything? But I can't for the life of me make a real connection that has me even a little bit excited. I've tried dating outside of my type and just going for a happy, confident guy that looks like he's got his shit together. Not so much on looks, financial security, or background, just being totally open. Yeah, while he actually stopped talking to me because I was too pretty. Apparently that's intimidating too. What the fuck? Am I destined to be single forever?
The other day, my car broke down and I literally had no one to call. I have to think of food to cook myself every single night for dinner. When I get sick, I can't just cry to my mom and have her make me make soup. I have to freaking pick up the phone and call the doctor and make my own appointment. Word of advice, live with your parents and freeload off them for as long as you can. Or get a man to pay for literally everything, because honey, this independent bad bitch shit, it's not as fun as it seems. Trust and believe.
Anyone who knows me knows that I'm more like Miss Independent. I don't need no man. Until now. I am 40 years old.
Oh, damn!
I'm tired. And I'm sick to death of mowing and whippersnipping my yard. It just never stops. It never stops growing. It's like a jungle. I've had enough. I have two options. I either move out of this house and move into a unit that's all concrete with no yard, or I get married. Hit me up.
Okay. We as women are so independent now, and that's okay. But it's also okay to need a man. I need a man. I need a man to wash my car. I need a man to help me go get my car fixed, get my brakes done, pump my gas, take the groceries in the house, rub on my booty. I'm tired of being independent, and I want to be independently dependent.
Do it yourself.
I've been independent since I was 18. I'm almost 25. I'm over it. I'm over it. I want to stay home. I want to be submissive. I don't want to work. I don't want to make money. I want to raise children. I want to be a housewife. I want to be happy. I wanna do WhatsApp, please. At fucking home! What the fuck is this independence? I'm over it. I'm over it!
Get somebody else to do it.
In their late 30s, the weight of societal and biological expectations and the perceived failure to meet them is a major burden on strong and independent women. They freely decided to choose this path. These types of chicks end up wanting a companionship, a Mr. Right who will be willing to overlook her past, but most men don't want to face that unnecessary problem. Let's keep it 1,000. The reality is far removed from her dreams of having a good man by her side. Instead of celebrating a milestone with a life partner, she finds herself surrounded by friends who have already found their special someone, and while she's divorced and has kids, other traditional families are doing just fine. Bet that all of her close friends look happy while she's single by choice. Yes, she might complain that she has no man, but it's not because men feel intimidated by her beauty or her independence. Some men might say that just to tell her what she wants to hear, but they'll never say that single moms are a bad bet. As she navigates the city, a place she has come to call home, she'll see her friends happily married and with partners to share life's joys and sorrows. It's a life she had hoped for, a life she had believed would be hers, but she decided to divorce her husband. Note that the Reddit post didn't say anything about what she did wrong during her marriage. Rest assured that she's not sharing that because she made tons of mistakes, but it's always the man's fault. In her career, she might be successful and enjoy a lively social life with close-knit friendships. Yet, despite all the achievements, there's a void where a romantic relationship should be. She finds herself at odds with societal norms that equate having a man with success and fulfillment. Well, it's not just a societal norm, it's just that women's value is determined by the caliber of men they can get. She watches her friends' lives unfold, their love stories evolving, deepening with time. They have companions to share mundane yet beautiful moments, cooking dinner, watching a movie, or simply cuddling on the couch. These simple acts paired with love and companionship seem like distant dreams to her. As her friends plan their futures, building families and envisioning what their lives will be, she grapples with the harsh reality that her path is starkly different. Not because she can't have a man, but because she's not willing to make room for a man to come into her life. Not sorry for her, though. The loneliness isn't just about the absence of a partner. It's about feeling like an outlier, someone destined to walk a different, perhaps lonelier road. It's about witnessing the subtle and profound changes in her friendships as her friends prioritize their families and marriages. It's about the unintentional exclusion from gatherings where couples predominate. Each wedding invitation is a subtle reminder of what she hasn't yet attained, the retention of a good man. Look, while men are almost told to learn women's wants and needs and read between the lines of a woman's words, women don't give an F about men's preferences. What masculine men want is simple: femininity. This involves embracing qualities like kindness and a soft approach, not being bossy and masculine. Men are attracted to women who possess a lively and confident demeanor, for sure, but not arrogant women who brag about anything but what men want. A strong and self-assured woman is not an asset for any man. You already make your money and have homies, so a woman who wants to offer the exact same thing and even call you disposable is not cool. Look, men don't want babies who can't take care of themselves, but neither do they want chicks who are all about telling how unnecessary men are. It's about being strong without being domineering or overpowering in a relationship. The key lies in being inviting and seamlessly integrating into a genuine connection, rather than exerting control or dominance. But these modern women prefer being dominant over being good followers. Men are uncomplicated compared to women, not in terms of intelligence, but in the sense of having fewer emotional and material needs. Respect, companionship, and a fulfilling sexual relationship are their primary desires. Simple, right? If a woman can provide these fundamental elements, her partner is willing to go to great lengths to reciprocate the care and effort, whether it's facing challenges, managing work, or fulfilling various responsibilities. But, as you can tell, it's a fair exchange of value. So if a woman leverages sex and doesn't respect you, she's out. In fact, when men do not feel loved and appreciated in a relationship, problems inevitably come up sooner or later. The dynamics of male-female relationships often revolve around this delicate interplay of understanding, love, and reciprocation. Ultimately, all that men want women to do is embrace femininity, harmonize strength and kindness, understand and be understood, and provide and receive love in a way that complements and nourishes the bond between a man and a woman. Not a fight, not a battle, not a challenge. If women want to be strong and fix stuff around the house, cool. But they better accept that bragging about that is not what makes a man put a ring on it. Let these women complicate themselves. As you can see, they regret their strength and independence, but never fix what's important: their stinky attitudes. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.